A weird noise with garbled voices can be heard on the comms. John recognizes it as the noise he heard during the last attack. At that moment they hear thumping coming from the basement, so they go investigate. Meanwhile, Perez falls asleep on her desk while listening to the recording from her last fight. She's thumping her finger in the same rhythm as that noise John heard in that basement. Suddenly a Covenant voice wakes her up. John's team approaches a mysterious door only to suddenly be surrounded by soldiers who arrest them for taking a ship and weapons without authorization. John opens the door anyway, only to find the room empty. When John's team returns to headquarters, Admiral Keyes scolds them for insubordination and suspends them all. John is sure that Team Cobalt had been in that building, and Keyes shows him the flight path proving the opposite. John says he saw a different file and that someone changed it. Keyes decides to submit John to neurochemical monitoring, and his team doesn't know if they can trust him anymore. Moments later, 2 guards escort John to his psych evaluation, but as soon as they enter the elevator, John knocks them out. At the same time, Kai tries to explain to Ackerson that the rest of the team had been tricked by John and they hadn't known the mission wasn't authorized. Ackerson doesn't care and informs her that John has escaped, so Kai volunteers to help. Meanwhile, Team Cobalt has been found dead near the building John searched. Ackerson says they'll officially list the bodies as MIA, causing Keyes to get angry because John had been right all along and obviously Ackerson knew it. However, Ackerson calls the Covenant's arrival inevitable and even admits their superiors already know about the situation. If they send out an alert, it'll cause chaos and panic, so it's better to start getting ready for an evacuation quietly. On the rubble, Lyra is suddenly dragged into a tunnel, so she tries to defend herself, but it turns out to be Quan. She warns Lyra that she's in danger because Soren's crew was bought off, so Lyra needs to leave with Kessler immediately. Lyra rushes to her home and finds the crew playing with Kessler. They inform her they've fixed the ship and they can go looking for Soren together, but Lyra turns them down and makes them leave. Later, Lyra, Quan, and Kessler sneak around and wait for a large group of people to get into the boarding area so they can hide among the crowd. They manage to get into Soren's ship and take off, but Soren's old crew sees this and closes the gate.